Coach, you talk about players usually in between the first and the second years when they make their biggest strides. What about for a program as you start working on turning the program back around? First, second year, second to third year, when do you look for that leap in the program?
Well, I think when you take over a program, each situation is different. You know, it's based on the existing talent in the program, the amount of talent, the amount of experience you have, the size of recruiting classes. So there's so much that goes into leadership characteristics of the players in your football program, staff continuity and consistency. So I think everything goes into developing the program, but going from year one to year two, it's monumental. Our players understand the standard and the expectation. They understand how we're going to win in the classroom. They understand the demands in the community. They understand the demands of the program. You know, how we start meetings, where they're going. You know, the great thing is you know, you welcome 14 new individuals, but now we have a collective group of returning individuals that can help those 14 individuals and really teach them, you know, the standards and the expectations of Tennessee football. So it's monumental, and I know obviously much more now today than I did a year ago, and that'll continue to develop. But, you know, I do want to warn, we still have a lot of work to do, and it's not going to be 100% corrected overnight. It's going to be a process, but I see the steps. I see the successful steps that are taken. I see a lot of positive things happening here. And it'll happen. And now you rejuvenate your program with this great signing class, adding 14 individuals in January. It's going to add to the competitive makeup of your football team. So I'm as encouraged. This is probably, in all my years of coaching, and I think I speak for our entire coaching staff, not to take away from anything of the other teams that we've coached, but this is the most excited and the most looking forward to an off season that I can remember in a very, very long time.
With obviously your team and your staff are disappointed to not make a bowl game to kind of finish the season how you did, but and you kind of just touched on it. In the 3 weeks since then, have you gotten the sense from your team, from your staff, that it's been easy for them to kind of flip the page from last year to this next year?
Well, I know for the staff it has not been easy, because going to a bowl game is what's expected here in competing for championships. So I want disappointment. You know, I want them to realize that, you know, it's great to be home for the holidays, but we need to go to bowl games. And I think they understand that. And I think that temperament was set immediately following the conclusion of the Kentucky game. But also we do, it's a new start. It's a new beginning. You know, Team 117 is come and gone. All our focus is on Team 118 and everything that we can do in developing the leadership that it's going to take to compete at a high level, creating competition, creating depth, but also creating a love, a respect for each other. I think that's the big thing too, is being great teammates and having that brotherhood. And now's a chance to really build your team chemistry. So I do sense of hunger. I do sense them wanting to get back and get ready to go. I've had a number of players already say, Coach, I've had a great time at home. I'm ready to get back. And a lot of individuals are actually coming back to Knoxville, you know, a week and a half early just to get started. So I do sense a lot of excitement.
Could you elaborate on what sets this offseason apart that you're so excited about compared to maybe one at Central Michigan or Cincinnati or even last year?
Well, I think it's having been in the system now for a year. Our players understand the expectations, the standards that's required of them. I think they understand the work volume, the work ethic that it's going to take in challenging everyone on an individual basis to improve in all aspects, from even the way they take care of their bodies, nutrition, health, strength and conditioning, academics, but also adding 14 new individuals. You know, some very highly recruited individuals, some very skilled individuals. It's going to add to the overall competition. And as we all know, competition is extremely healthy. And we're going to compete this offseason. We compete every offseason, but we're going to compete in everything that we do. We may even have a race to the drinking fountain. We may have a, competition who can keep their locker the cleanest, who can be the best leader. We're going to compete in everything that we do and try to create some stressful situations, because that's when you really find out about leadership. And I'm excited of the players that we have returning. They've been through it a full year. I really do believe they've gained confidence. They've gained confidence in the way we want to play, our style of play. And they know what we did well and what they didn't do well. So they know. So I just think the overall mindset in the building, the expectation of everyone, the coaches, the players, the administration, it's very, very, everyone's optimistic and very rightfully so.